The moment you heard this title, your heart reacted before your mind could catch up. He is younger than you. You are older than him, and yet something between you feels impossible to ignore. It doesn't feel wrong. It doesn't feel forced. It feels pulled, like two souls meeting at the wrong time in the right lifetime. There's a quiet shock in this connection, a feeling that makes you question everything you thought you knew about love, timing, and fate. If this already feels personal, that's not an accident. Before we go any further, remember this clearly. Only take what resonates with you. This message is meant to touch the ones who feel it in their bones, not everyone who hears it. As I opened the energy for this reading, 3 cards came forward with undeniable strength. The Lovers appeared first, speaking of a connection that goes far beyond surface attraction, something that feels chosen, not planned. Then the Wheel of Fortune revealed itself, showing timing that cannot be controlled, only accepted, as if the universe itself turned things in your favor without asking for permission. Finally, the Knight of Cups arrived, carrying deep emotions, romantic curiosity, and a willingness to follow the heart even when the path doesn't make sense. This is not a casual story. There is emotion here that builds quietly, but powerfully. There's curiosity, longing, and a feeling of being seen in a way that feels new and familiar at the same time. Age becomes a background detail when souls recognize each other. There's something unfolding here that feels destined, not rushed, not random. If you feel this energy pulling at you, stay with me. What comes next reveals why this connection exists, what it awakens in both of you, and why fate stepped in so boldly this time. When the 3 cards come together, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Cups, the story they tell is impossible to ignore. It is a story of connection, destiny, and emotion that transcends logic, age, and expectation. The energy between you and him is not ordinary. It carries a weight that feels both familiar and new, like 2 souls who have been walking separate paths, only to be brought together at exactly the right moment. If this feels personal, it is because it is meant to touch the hearts of those who are ready to see beyond appearances and understand the depth of this connection. Before you go any further, remember clearly, only take what resonates with you. This is your story only if it speaks to you. The Lovers appears first, setting the tone with a sense of undeniable attraction, connection, and recognition. This card is about choice, but it is also about soul-level understanding. It whispers that what is happening between you and him is significant, powerful, and deeply meaningful. Age is nothing but a number in this energy. What matters is the emotional bond, the way your hearts recognize one another. Every glance, every smile, every moment of quiet understanding carries more weight than either of you may realize. The Lovers challenges you to see this connection for what it truly is, a union of hearts that has the potential to grow, heal, and transform both of your lives. It tells you that even when society, logic, or fear tries to impose limits, love knows no boundaries, and your bond is proof of that truth. Then the Wheel of Fortune spins into the reading, adding the element of destiny, timing, and divine orchestration. This card reminds you that nothing is random, that the universe has been quietly moving events into alignment to bring the 2 of you together at this exact moment. Perhaps in the past, circumstances prevented this connection from flourishing. Or maybe there were doubts, hesitations, or societal rules that seemed impossible to overcome. The wheel spins to show that those moments were preparing you both for now. It carries the message that timing is everything, and that this connection is unfolding exactly as it should. Life is moving, changing, and turning in ways that are beyond your control, yet every turn has led you to each other. The emotional energy of this card brings both anticipation and awe, the thrill of being part of something that feels bigger than yourself, that feels destined, and that cannot be ignored. Finally, the Knight of Cups steps forward, bringing the emotional, romantic, and heartfelt energy into this story. This is the card of pursuit, tenderness, and heartfelt intention. It shows that he is drawn to you not just by curiosity or attraction, but by a deep desire to connect, to express, and to explore the depth of emotion that exists between you. He is aware of the unconventional nature of your connection, aware of the age difference, yet his heart is fearless. There's a bravery in this energy that says, "I will follow my heart, no matter what." He notices the details that matter, the little things that make you who you are, and he is willing to take the steps, however small or hesitant, to honor what he feels. The Knight of Cups adds softness, romance, and emotional depth, showing that this connection is not superficial. It is tender, thoughtful, and filled with possibility. When these three cards come together, the story becomes clear. The Lovers shows the depth of the emotional bond, the recognition between two hearts that cannot be ignored. The Wheel of Fortune reminds you that this connection is guided by destiny, that the timing is divinely orchestrated, and that the universe itself has moved mountains to align your paths. The Knight of Cups adds the human element, the courage to pursue, the willingness to feel deeply, and the sincerity of emotion that brings the connection to life. Together, they reveal a connection that is rare, profound, and transformative. It is a love that challenges logic, transcends societal expectations, and awakens both of you to possibilities you may not have imagined. Emotionally, this story is intense. There is excitement, anticipation, curiosity, and a touch of nervousness. There is the thrill of recognition, the quiet moments of longing, and the awareness that this connection is not ordinary. Every glance, every word, every shared silence feels meaningful. It carries the weight of destiny, the pull of the heart, and the promise of something extraordinary. It reminds you that age, experience, and societal expectations are secondary to the energy of your connection. The way it stirs your emotions, awakens your heart, and creates a sense of magic that cannot be explained, only felt. The combined message of these cards is clear. This connection is meant to be felt fully, explored with honesty, and honored with openness. The Lovers calls you to recognize its significance. The Wheel of Fortune reminds you that timing is perfect and guided by fate, and the Knight of Cups assures you that the pursuit of this connection is both sincere and tender. Together, they show that what is happening between you is rare, meaningful, and transformative, a connection that challenges the ordinary and invites both of you into something extraordinary. This story, carried by the three cards, is a reminder to trust what your heart feels, to honor the timing of life, and to embrace the depth of emotion that exists between you. It is a story of love that defies expectations, a story of destiny in motion, and a story of heartfelt pursuit. It is yours to feel, yours to explore, and yours to honor. The universe has spun the wheel, the Lovers has spoken, and the Knight of Cups has shown the way. All that remains is to notice, feel, and allow the magic to unfold. The Lovers card appears, and the energy it carries is impossible to ignore. It doesn't whisper. It calls, softly but insistently, asking you to notice something you might have tried to ignore. This card is never just about romance. It is about choice, connection, and the undeniable pull between two souls that feels like destiny. In the context of your situation, where he is younger than you and you are older than him, the Lovers brings a message that cuts through doubt, judgment, and society's expectations. Age here is nothing but a number. The real story is what your hearts feel, and how deeply this connection resonates at the soul level. When the Lovers shows up, it asks you to pay attention to the energy that exists between you. There is a recognition here, a knowing that goes beyond words. It's that moment when eyes meet and something stirs that cannot be named, yet it is profoundly familiar. There's an invisible thread that ties you together, a pull that seems to ignore rules, to challenge logic, to laugh at time itself. It's as if fate itself decided that the two of you were meant to meet, regardless of what others think or what circumstances appear. The Lovers reminds you that the heart often knows what the mind cannot accept. And that's exactly what is happening here. This card also carries the energy of choice. It is not about forcing, controlling, or manipulating outcomes. It is about the clarity that comes when you recognize truth and connection. The Lovers asks you to ask yourself, do I see this for what it is, without fear or doubt? Can you embrace the depth of this bond, even if it challenges what you believed about timing, age, or societal norms? This is not a casual attraction. This is a meeting of souls that comes with both excitement and responsibility, with joy and hesitation. Every glance, every word, every silent moment between you holds weight, as if the universe itself is watching to see what choice you will make. In this connection, there is also balance. The Lovers reminds you that love is not just about passion. It is about understanding, respect, and harmony. Even though he is younger, this card suggests that the energy between you is equal on the level that truly matters. You bring wisdom, experience, and patience, while he brings enthusiasm, curiosity, and a fresh perspective that awakens your heart. Together, you create a dynamic that is not limited by age or time, but enriched by the unique qualities each of you offers. It's a connection that teaches, inspires, and challenges you both to grow beyond limitations. Emotionally, the Lovers is intense. It can feel overwhelming at times, because the pull between you is so strong that it can feel like it's bending reality itself. You may find yourself thinking about him more often than you expected, feeling drawn to him in ways that surprise you. That flutter in your chest, the excitement in your heart, even the hesitation that creeps in, these are all part of the card's message. The Lovers asks you to feel it fully, without judgment, without trying to control it. It's about embracing the truth that is staring you in the face. The connection is real, it is powerful, and it is transformative. There's also a sense of destiny in this card. It whispers that the universe had a hand in this meeting long before either of you could understand it. You may have walked paths that seemed separate, only to be brought together at exactly the right moment. The Lovers doesn't make this simple or easy, but it makes it significant. Every hesitation, every longing look, every shared laugh or quiet conversation is part of the story the universe has written for you both. It is a reminder that when two souls are aligned, external circumstances, age, time, distance, cannot erase the connection. Finally, the Lovers invites you to surrender to the emotional depth of this connection. It asks you to honor what you feel, to acknowledge the power of the pull between you, and to recognize that sometimes the heart knows what the mind cannot. In this situation, where he is younger and you are older, this card reassures you that the connection is valid, meaningful, and divinely guided. It is not a mistake, a fleeting attraction, or a random encounter. It is a story of hearts recognizing each other, a love that defies conventional timelines, and a bond that holds the potential to transform both of your lives. The energy of the Lovers is alive, breathing, and undeniable. It tells you that this connection is not something to ignore, even if it confuses or surprises you. It is a love that challenges, awakens, and teaches. It is a connection that asks you to trust your heart, honor your emotions, and embrace the extraordinary truth that sometimes love does not follow the rules. It creates its own path. The Wheel of Fortune spins into your reading, and its energy is impossible to ignore. It doesn't ask for permission or explanation. It simply reminds you that life is always moving, turning, and changing. In the context of your connection, where he is younger and you are older, this card carries a powerful message about timing, destiny, and the unseen hands that guide your path. It whispers that the universe has been quietly orchestrating every moment that led to this meeting, and that what is happening between you is no accident. Fate is decided, even when the world around you seems uncertain or confusing. The Wheel of Fortune is about cycles and the natural flow of life. Sometimes it spins slowly, sometimes quickly, but it always moves forward, taking lessons, emotions, and experiences with it. When it appears here, it signals that this connection is part of a larger design, a moment that the universe has prepared with precision. Age differences, past experiences, societal expectations, these are only small details in the grand scheme. The wheel reminds you that timing is rarely accidental, and that even when things feel unexpected, unusual, or challenging, the universe is aligning circumstances to bring the two of you together. There's a sense of surprise and inevitability with this card. The energy around this relationship is charged with what will happen next. And how did this happen now? It may feel like the world has shifted without warning, like the rules you once followed no longer apply. That's exactly the lesson of the wheel. It shows that life's twists are often outside your control, and yet they guide you exactly where you need to be. In your case, the age difference may have once seemed like a barrier, but this card suggests the barrier is only an illusion. What feels unusual to the mind feels perfect to the heart, and the wheel spins to show you that truth. The emotional message of the Wheel of Fortune is profound. It can feel dizzying, almost overwhelming, because it asks you to trust something greater than yourself. It asks you to surrender to the flow and recognize that your connection is part of a bigger story. Every glance, every laugh, every shared secret carries the weight of destiny. The wheel reminds you that even the smallest decisions, whether to reach out, to respond, or to stay silent, can have enormous impact in the path of love. It is both a warning and a reassurance. Your connection is moving forward, and the universe is in motion to support it. Cycles of luck, Timing and opportunity are at play. Perhaps there were moments in the past when the timing didn't feel right, when circumstances kept you apart, or when age seemed to matter. But the wheel spins to show that those moments were preparing you both for now. The universe often waits until everything aligns perfectly before allowing two souls to meet in the fullness of their potential. The emotional depth of this realization can be breathtaking, because it asks you to recognize that what you see now is the culmination of unseen forces, of patterns you could never have predicted. The Wheel of Fortune also brings hope and renewal. It reminds you that no matter what has happened before, there is a moment of turning, a chance to embrace something new and profound. This connection is part of that turning point. It may feel sudden, unexpected, or even shocking, but it is exactly what is meant to happen. The card suggests that fate is working quietly, behind the scenes, to remove obstacles, to push events into alignment, and to create a path where love can flourish despite external expectations. Emotionally, the wheel carries both excitement and tension. You may feel anticipation, uncertainty, and curiosity all at once. That is the nature of destiny. It never reveals its full plan, only the next step, the next turn. The energy of this card asks you to remain open, to notice the signs, and to feel the movement of life itself. It reassures you that this connection, unusual as it may seem, is guided by forces larger than either of you. There is a magic in the timing, a perfection in the moment that cannot be engineered, forced, or predicted. Ultimately, the Wheel of Fortune is a reminder that love, like life, is full of cycles, surprises, and divine timing. It is here to show you that your connection with him is part of a greater pattern, one that has been orchestrated long before either of you realized it. It encourages you to trust the spins, the turns, and the moments of uncertainty, because they are all moving towards something extraordinary. Fate is not random, it is deliberate, and it has brought you together now, exactly as it intended. The Wheel of Fortune spins, and with it comes both revelation and hope. It tells you that this connection, between you and him, despite age and expectations, is not a coincidence. It is destiny in motion, a love story written in the timing of the universe itself, and one that is only beginning to reveal its depth, its mystery, and its beauty. The Knight of Cups enters this reading with an energy that feels soft, yet powerful, like a wave of emotion sweeping in unexpectedly. There's a romance in his presence, but it is more than just a fleeting attraction. He carries messages of deep emotion, curiosity, and a desire to pursue what touches the heart. In the context of your connection, where he is younger and you are older, the Knight of Cups shows a sincerity that cannot be ignored. Age doesn't matter here. What matters is the emotional courage he brings, the way he is willing to step forward even when things seem unconventional or uncertain. This card signals a love that is not cautious. It is brave, expressive, and guided by the heart. Emotionally, the Knight of Cups feels like a gentle pull that grows stronger with each passing moment. He is the one who thinks about you when you're not there, who notices the small details that make you who you are, and who feels compelled to act on those feelings. There is a romantic curiosity in his energy, a desire to explore what the connection between you truly means. It is not shallow or fleeting. It is thoughtful, intentional, and deeply heartfelt. This card suggests that despite his youth, he carries emotional intelligence and sensitivity that allows him to connect with you on a level that feels rare and significant. The Knight of Cups also embodies pursuit, the pursuit of what the heart truly wants. In your situation, it reflects a willingness to step into uncertainty, to take risks for love, and to honor emotions that may challenge societal expectations. There is a bravery in this energy that is impossible to ignore. You may feel hesitant at times, unsure of boundaries or what others might think, yet the pull toward you is stronger than any fear. This is the energy of a heart that cannot resist, of someone willing to follow love wherever it leads, even when the path feels unusual or challenging. Romance, charm, and emotional depth are central to this card. The Knight of Cups doesn't rush. He moves with intention, carrying both curiosity and devotion. In the context of your connection, this suggests that he is aware of the age difference but is guided more by feeling than logic. There is a sweetness in his gestures, a warmth in the way he approaches interactions, and a profound desire to express affection and care. This card reflects the promise of emotional presence, of someone who will notice your moods, respect your space, and seek ways to bring joy, comfort, and connection into your life. There is also a sense of idealism in the Knight of Cups. He sees the beauty in the connection, the potential for something meaningful, and the magic that exists between you both. This is not a card of casual infatuation. It represents a longing that is thoughtful, reflective, and tender. He is aware that what he feels may not always make sense to others, yet the depth of his emotions cannot be denied. It is a heart-driven energy, one that acts with honesty, vulnerability, and emotional openness. In this connection, it suggests that he is ready to explore love that transcends conventional limits, age included. The Knight of Cups also encourages emotional growth and learning. Through his energy, the connection becomes a space where both of you can feel, reflect, and evolve. There is a flow of feelings, of shared experiences, and of moments that linger in memory, creating a foundation that goes beyond attraction. He is willing to be vulnerable, to communicate openly, and to pursue love in a way that feels both authentic and passionate. This card signals that your bond carries the potential to awaken emotional depth in both of you, a kind of love that feels poetic, transformative, and unforgettable. Ultimately, the Knight of Cups tells a story of heartfelt pursuit, emotional courage, and romantic curiosity. He is the energy that moves forward even when the path is uncertain, the one who notices, who feels, and who acts with devotion. In your connection, where the age difference could be seen as a barrier, this card reassures you that love is not bound by numbers but by the honesty and depth of feelings. It is a connection guided by the heart, and one that has the potential to be tender, passionate, and deeply transformative. The Knight of Cups arrives like a quiet storm of emotion, carrying messages of love, devotion, and curiosity. He reminds you that the heart often knows the truth before the mind can accept it. In this connection, his energy shows that the bond between you is alive, intentional, and emotionally powerful. It is not about age or appearances. It is about the willingness to feel, to pursue, and to honor the extraordinary connection that exists between you.